voluntarily, knowing that you had HIV, and told everybody that it was bronchitis. Okay? I was in jail. Natalie didn't say, hey, Orlando, you want to do this show? It's some guys with HIV on it.
In Atlanta, just in 2025 alone, this is August, it's been a reported 19,500 new cases.
Like, are there any men in Atlanta that's straight? Because from all, it's like 1,000 story times of niggas being down low, finding out they gay.
Ever since Atlanta started putting tight britches on and tattoos on the front of their thighs and things like little baby them, and wearing them crop top shirts, and ever since the jeans got tight, Atlanta been going downhill rapidly.
Have y'all heard about what's happening in Atlanta? No one is safe. And Orlando Brown just dropped a bombshell and exposed the real messy secret about the Atlanta STD epidemic that is currently plaguing the city, and it's not what you think. Atlanta's HIV numbers are insane. 72% of cases are black folks, who only make up a third of the city. Something is not adding up, and Orlando is naming names, talking about who's been hiding what, and spilling some crazy info about the rap industry.
If you are a single woman in Atlanta dating, you need to follow this page called Don't Date Him Atlanta. Most of them, if not all of them, have some type of STD, STI. This particular story about this guy, he's a cross-dresser.
As of the most recent available data in 2024, there were 40,931 people known to be living with it in Metro Atlanta. And black residents are hit the hardest. They make up only 33% of Atlanta's population, but they account for a shocking 72% of cases. Georgia as a whole remains in the top 5 states for new HIV cases, and it's also seen 20% increase in all sorts of STD cases in the last 5 years. Now, stats don't lie, and neither do the streets. When you see numbers like that, you have to ask, is this just about lack of healthcare, or is something messier going on behind closed doors? Well, that's where the whole DL conversation comes in. Atlanta's been holding the DL capital title for years, and whether it's fair or not, that reputation didn't come from nowhere. The city sits at the crossroads of Southern conservatism, black culture, and a hip-hop scene that's always had a messy relationship with queerness. On the surface, Atlanta is loud, stylish, and proud, but underneath, way too many men are living double lives, pretending to be gangsta, yet getting their back blown. It's crazy out there. And there have been some disturbing cases of DL men in Atlanta who literally ended their partners after their secret got exposed.
Name of Marcus Lofton and his wife, Alicia Lofton, who unfortunately lost her life. Broke in or forced his way in, and he saw where she was trying to escape through the window. Once he saw she was trying to escape through the window, he proceeded to empty the glizzy, proceeded to empty the clip, and she was found outside of the home where obviously neighbors heard the gunfire and things like that and called the police. And he was seen fleeing, or a vehicle was seen fleeing the location. I believe it was a maroon SUV or burgundy SUV seen, and he was shortly apprehended after that. Now, the strange thing about this, as I said, there were allegations that he was on the DL, he was dealing with a certain person. There's a video floating around, which I'll go ahead and play it right here for you guys to see.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Everybody in the world blind. Go back to that.
Now, on the other hand, Atlanta has a huge, thriving queer scene, especially black queer creatives. So while one side of the city is celebrating identity openly, the other side is still sneaking around, trying to keep up appearances. But some people go even darker. They swear the entertainment industry plays a role, using straight-up humiliation tactics and blackmail to control artists and keep them on a leash. And the moment an artist steps out of line or doesn't fit the image, Atlanta's reputation gets used against them like a weapon. And this brings us to Orlando Brown. So there's this clip of Orlando going viral where he was going off on a bunch of rappers, saying they're not being real about who they are. And he never dropped a few Atlanta rappers, including Young Thug and Lil Baby, claiming they used to mess around.
You like a gay rapper.
Shit, he might be one nowadays.
Everybody's a gay rapper except for these niggas, except for you and me, Devon. I know Young Thug's gay.
Hey.
I know Young Thug sucks on baby's old crusty dick. It's nasty.
Now look, I know folks love to write Orlando off as crazy, but honestly, it's usually the crazy ones you need to listen to because they might just be telling the truth. And when you put what Orlando said next to some new receipts that just leaked about Young Thug and Lil Baby, it really makes you wonder what else he was right about. So get this, Thug was just on a podcast called Perspectives with Bank, talking about the whole Gunna situation and him being labeled a snitch. And out of nowhere, Thug compared what Gunna did to being gay. It was weird as hell. And now folks are saying Thug sounded way too defensive.
And I don't got got nothing against people. It's people that work for me. But when I look at you a certain way, if I look at you, if I meet you and you, it's like, okay, if I meet you and you portraying that you a man and you not, I don't got nothing against people.
Yeah, no, I get what
you know what I'm saying? If you portraying a certain thing,
you deceiving.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't look at you the same. Yeah. I ain't mad at you for being, so what? Everybody, whoever, so what, nigga? Mm-hmm. I don't got no problem with people. People work for me right now. Yeah. I'm damn near around people every day because they work for me. Mm-hmm. I don't got no problem with them. I don't hate that I even brung this shit. I don't want you to take it out, but I hate I even brung it up because I don't even want the LGBT. I don't even want that community to even think that I'm against them. I'm overly with y'all folks.
But yeah, people definitely caught that part at the end where Thug said he's overly with the gay community. And of course, the internet is not letting that slide. And then people also started digging up receipts, like those old photos of Thug in skirts and makeup. There's this theory going around that the industry pushes artists to experiment with their just to control them, keep them in check, or to get blackmail material on them. And then you get into this whole humiliation idea. Folks say that's when the industry deliberately leaks or spins personal info, just enough to shake you up and make you look a certain way. Now mix all that with the DL talk, especially in a place like Atlanta, and according to Orlando Brown, Young Thug is just another example of how this game really works behind the scenes.
Yourself and your image. They know you a man of God, supposedly, right? Right? But if you a true man of God, you would have told that man he looked like a homosexual walking. You made that shit okay. And that's what they trying to do. Use us to promote their agenda. That shit is not okay, and I'm not a man of God if I don't tell you, you pussy ass nigga, that you let that shit fly.
Now, as for Lil Baby, rumors about him have been swirling ever since he was seen at that white party getting hugged up by billionaire Michael Rubin. And people are saying ever since that hug, Baby hasn't been acting the same. Like just a few months ago, this wild video blew up of Baby on stage wearing denim shorts, a tank top, and a pink belt. And tell me why he kept yanking his shorts up to show off his fresh thigh tattoos.
We finna let Lil Baby come out here in his booty coochie shorts and just pop out with his hand in his motherfucking slit and just, yeah, that's just what we doing.
But it's not just Thug and Baby. Other Atlanta rappers like Playboi Carti, Soulja Boy, Ludacris, Lil Scrappy have all had those DL or BI rumors attached to them at some point. And now folks on the internet are saying this isn't nothing new. This is something that's been going on in the industry for a long, long time. Going all the way back to the crisscross era, one fan said, "It's well known that a lot of these rappers are effing each other and doing strange X rituals for years. DMX was aware of it as well as Prodigy until they got silenced." As for Atlanta's STD epidemic, locals are saying it's even worse than it's being reported on the news. And it's got to a point where dating in Atlanta is a life or death risk. Meanwhile, there's also controversy over a perceived rise in DL men partying, LGBTQ plus influence at Morehouse, and increasing STD rates in Atlanta.
So what is Morehouse telling you? They are openly affirming that they're going to teach your young black boy that the LGBTQ lifestyle is right, appropriate, should be celebrated. Because I can tell you, I believe that OC and his boys that night when they left King Chapel, them suckers partied like it was 1999. They throw down. Might hear some of your little sons with them throwing down with them. They weren't throwing down with girls, that's for sure. Oh man, that's depressing. And you gonna send your child to Morehouse College after knowing that's going on. Just put a dress on it. Put it in some high heel. Put some rouge on it. Put your boy some booty shorts. Teach him how to twerk. He can leave Morehouse and go to OC's church so he can be truly baptized in the LGBTQ experience. Teach him how to do that little praise dance where they all wiggling and jiggling all over the church. Put a stripper pole in the church. Put a stripper pole in King's Chapel. Put some liquor in there. Why don't you bring somebody in there named Shantae? Name the child after some liquor. Name him Brandy. Man, I'm telling you, man, it's just gotten ridiculous. Already in Atlanta, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but these people are lamenting how HIV and syphilis and chlamydia and all of these STDs are going sky high. I remember when they used to proudly call Atlanta ATL, short for Atlanta. Now they call Atlanta ATL. Did you hear me? ATL. hell.
But why does the DL culture run so deep in Atlanta specifically? Well, there are several theories. First, there's a history of Southern respectability politics. In the South, especially in black churches and old school families, being openly queer could get you disowned, fired, or worse. So men learn to hide. They marry women, have kids, lead Bible studies, and then hit the gas station at 2 a.m. Atlanta became the perfect hiding spot because it's big enough to get lost in, but small enough that everybody knows somebody who knows somebody. And then there's the hip-hop factor. And hip-hop, for all its progress, still doesn't fully accept queerness. So these artists live in a glass closet. The industry knows, the streets know, but as long as nobody says it out loud, everybody gets to keep their bag. So Atlanta, being the DL capital, isn't just about closeted men. It's about closeted men with power, money, and everything to lose. So where does that leave us? The STD numbers, the DL rumors, the Orlando Brown comments, Atlanta rappers acting sus, and worst of all, those HIV cases. But it's all the same story. A story about a city where too many men are living two lives, and an industry that profits off keeping those lives separate. But let me know what you think about all this. With cases that high and Atlanta still holding the DL capital title, what's really going on? And why aren't more people talking about the connection? Also, do you think Orlando is onto something about all those rappers allegedly leading double lives? Drop a comment below and stay tuned for the next video.